Well, hello there. Welcome to program number 8 of the Tool Chest Show. Let's see, last time we were doing the trays. Before we get to any further work on the trays, we're going to install the runners the trays slide back and forth on. And then in show 9, we're going to pick up where we left off with the dovetails and the trays and finish it up that way. But before we get to that point, we have a guest on the show today, and that's Jonine. She's going to come by, she's going to show us what she does in her workshop, and then she's going to give us a little look around her workshop. So, come on in, Jonine. Hello, dear.
Hello, how are you?
Good. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
As if you've never been here before.
It's beautiful.
Well, tell me a little bit about what you do in your workshop.
Basically, I make different kinds of jewelry. I find it very relaxing. I make a lot of things with metal, basically copper, a lot of wire. But I started getting into recently enameling, and that is just fusing powdered glass enamel to the copper pieces. And you have to do that with high heat, whether it's a kiln or a torch. So I started doing that, and I'm fairly addicted to it. It's a lot of fun. There's so much to learn, and there's probably more failures than successes at this point, but it's really fun to learn.
Well, it's kind of cool because when I go into her workshop, it's all torches and red hot metal and stuff like that. So it's kind of exciting. A lot of color, a lot of neat stuff going on. Very dramatic.
Just looks dramatic. Here's a couple of things that I recently did just in trying to incorporate 2 different colors. This is fired a few times. So first I put the white layer down and let that cool. And then I put the green layer of enamel down and I scratch away so you can see the white underneath. And you can see the application to it. If you had a really nice design, you could really make that into something that would be nice.
So there's a lot you can do with this.
Right. These are just trial pieces to see how it works. Same thing with the orange and the purple. So it's neat. I think it's a learning process that'll take forever, which I hope.
Well, let's go have a look and see your workshop and see how you do this.
All right, let's go. Thank you.
Well, this is a nice room.
Yes, it's the library.
I'll bet this is the kitchen.
Well, this is not the kitchen. We have a kitchen upstairs. This actually is what we use for our woodworking and painting and things like that.
Is that the telephone?
I think it is. Okay. Why didn't you come back in a minute?
Okay. Oh, this must be the kitchen.
Well, it kind of is the kitchen. We actually, you're making me laugh. This is really not our kitchen. We have a kitchen upstairs, but this is perfect between our workshops because we can be, painting and sanding and chemicals in here, and we don't care. It's not used as a kitchen, so.
We call this our downstairs kitchen, and it's soon to be our craft kitchen. So
right.
That's basically, we're going to lose it here if we don't keep
going. No, we're good. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Here's
Okay, all right. Wow.
And this, you might recognize, this is the amazing bench that Ken made in his workshop. And it's amazing. It's the nicest gift anyone has ever given me. And I'm using it, but I'm very nervous to use it. I don't want to mess it up, so I'm trying very hard to use it responsibly. But it's a terrific workbench. And so here's really where I do all of my sifting of enamel and cutting and forming of metal and that sort of thing. So I'll show you the enamels here. If you can see, these are different color enamels, and they have hundreds and hundreds of different colors. But it's really very super fine glass. So of course you have to be careful when you're touching it, and you don't want to breathe that. But you just sift it on, and I'll show you how to do that onto the copper, and you can fuse it. And here's a couple others that I've done. Now the ones that have the shapes like that, you can put little wires on there, and which sinks into the enamel, and then you can fill in the parts with whatever color you want. So that's called cloisonné, and I'm still learning how to do it, but it's a lot of fun to do. I want to show you one other thing. I meant to do a profile of Ken, but it came out as an African woman.
Wow.
I don't know how that happens.
How about that?
So it's fun.
Who knew?
I know. So would you like to try to maybe fire some
Sure,
enamel?
I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. Okay, let's do that.
So we'll set up our firing station.
The heirloom wooden bench bursts into flames.
Oh, look.
Rolling.
Oh, darn.
I have a little fire extinguisher. Okay. So usually when I fire this jewelry, I usually go outside, but it's really sunny, so we're going to do a piece in here. This is a fire brick that a friend of ours gave to us, so that's really helpful. And the tripod. So what I have here is a little enameled disc. This is a copper disc, and I started out with white enamel, so I put that on there so that we can see any color that comes on to it next. If you leave it as copper, the copper oxides will turn any color black, and it doesn't look good. It looks real muddy. So we're going to start with white and put color on that. So use a little tripod thing here. And basically, I'll do orange. The first layer, you just put whatever color you want. And here's a little sifter. And you just want to cover it thoroughly.
Looks like orange sugar.
It really does look like sugar, and when it starts to heat up, it will get even more like sugar, like bumpy. And then it will turn smooth and it's done. So you put quite a lot on there, especially paying attention to the edges. And then we are going to use our MAP gas. Did you turn that off the last time? No? All right, so you start far away, otherwise it might blow the enamel off. And once it starts to get a little bit dark, then you can get it closer. And you'll see the consistency of the color will turn, it will turn different. It will turn smooth. So it's getting bumpier. And now it's melting. And it's almost smooth. That's about done right there. And you turn your MAP gas off. And the color it is now is very, very dark. This color is similar to that, but when it cools, it will lighten up a little bit. So we're going to move this out of the way since it's very hot, and we're going to have Ken try a piece.
Okay, put me on the spot, will you?
Why don't you? How about that? You got a bigger one here.
Okay.
How about if we give you blue, since that's your favorite color?
Thank you, dear.
You're welcome.
This is a... Okay, so it comes out the bottom.
Right, and you just tap it. Sort of like powdered sugar, right? And make sure you get the edges. More on the edges. It does contract into the center.
Now, can you reuse the stuff that falls through?
You can. I usually put my cup under. Yep.
Okay.
And that looks pretty good.
Pretty good?
Mm-hmm.
And then I start the torch.
Yes. I won't talk about torch safety, but before you use it, make sure you know how to.
Okay.
Alright, that's about
Alright.
good.
And then I just start slow.
Right, and it'll get a little bit bumpy, and then you can get a little closer. Alright, that's good. So now it's going to start to melt, and when it's shiny, that's when you stop.
Oh, it's melting fast there.
Yep, keep going, keep going. That's pretty good. Nice, very good.
Okay. So is there a risk of
and then
holding it on too long? Oh, I should have done that.
Actually, you can overfire it, and it changes the color a little bit. So a lot of actual artists do it like a very light fire, a medium fire, and a dark fire in the same piece, and it just changes the texture. So definitely you can do that. But this, I think, was long enough to just show the true color once it cools off. So let's see if this one is cool enough. Kind of. Ow, not really. It was pretty hot still. But I wanted to show you how it lightened up. So let me bring it over.
Wow.
So you can see it really is much lighter once it cools, and the blue will be also.
It's a bright orange.
So you can, if you can think of a neat design, you can mix colors, you can do all kinds of things with it. So this is my new addiction right now.
Wow.
Very good.
Okay.
Very good, Ken.
Thanks very much for the tour of your workshop, my dear.
Thank you for making a fabulous bench for me.
And can we stop by again sometime?
Yeah, okay, sure.
Okay.
Bye.
Thanks a lot, dear. Well, that was fun. We'll have to do that again sometime. Anyway, where are we with the project that will not end. Our tool chest here. Let me show you what I've been doing. I made these runners for the tool tray so that they can have something to rest on and slide back and forth inside the box. This is one of them that I made. You can see it's simply a piece of wood, and it has a little piece that I glued on here, and that's what the trays slide back and forth on. I've already assembled and installed one, and here it is inside. The first tray, the upper tray, will slide on here, and the second tray is a little bit shorter and will be able to slide on this runner here so that you can stack them and have them underneath each other if you want. So now we just have to put the second one on. That's how that's going to work. Now you'll notice something. I installed this using brads, headless brads. I could have glued it, but then I wouldn't be able to remove it if I changed my mind. I could have screwed it, but then, I got to reading about how they made nails back in the old days, and I thought it would be fun if we used brads. Now, let me show you what they look like. They're not ordinary brads. They're these things. Now, what's different about them? They have 4 sides. They're not round like brads usually are. Can you see that? Mm-hmm. It's 4-sided. Now here's a bigger one made the same way. You can see that it's tapered along its length and is squared. These are called cut nails, and this is how they made nails throughout the 1800s. Thank you. Thank you so much. That was so necessary, wasn't it? Up until the 1800s, they would actually make these, these were made by a blacksmith, and he would actually hammer them one at a time in his shop. Then in the late 1700s, they came out with the cut nail approach. So they would take a sheet of iron or steel and actually shear it off into thin slivers, little tapered pieces, and these were the nails. So during the 1800s, that's what they did. Then at the end of the 1800s, steel mills began producing rolls of wire, steel wire, and in a fully mechanized process, they developed machines that would use the wire and make them into wire nails. And these are the nails that we have today. That's a wire nail. You're familiar with that. And they work very well for the purpose. But the cut nails have one advantage over the wire nails. Because of their rectangular profile and because they're tapered throughout their entire length, they have a grip in wood that is 4 times greater than the wire nail. So they're good for attaching clapboards, for instance. Wood that expands and contracts with the seasons pulls the nails out. Wire nails, or the cut nails, hang in there and hold things together. So I thought it would be fun just to use the old-fashioned nails, brads in this case, for putting this, installing these. So that's what we're going to do. All I have to do is install this in here. Now, if I had been smart, I would have done this before I put the lid on and before I put the lid stay on. But I'm not that smart. So what we're going to do is I'm going to try to clamp this in place with this still here. So we'll see how that goes. Wish me luck. Okay. Alrighty. I fastened it in here and clamped it really well. I don't want it to creep as I nail it in. So I don't want to move at all. I want this to be very, very accurate. So that's why I'm doing that. And I'm also going to drill real small pilot holes to help guide the nails, the brads. And yes, I know I'm using a power tool. This is the only power tool I've used so far. I've used a drill also to drill the holes, but that's the only thing, drills only. So calm yourself, calm yourself. I know it's a power tool.
Do you want me to hold it?
No, I got it. Don't get your powdered wig and your knee breeches all in a bunch over this, okay? It's a power tool, let it go. Here we go. And I'm going to have to climb up Normally I would do this on the floor, but so that you can see, I'm going to do it up here. Can you see? And I have to orient this. Trying not to bash my runner. Not an easy trick. Perfect. I'm happy. Okay, now I can proceed. Is this any way to do it? Was this a good idea? The votes are not in yet. But I think I know. This was a dumb idea. All right. Okay. Now we try the tray. Let's just see. Oh boy. Isn't that great? So that fits perfectly. There's no rocking, so that's just what I wanted. Not easy to do on camera. But now I promise you on the next show we are going to make the other tray. Okay, we're finally going to get around to that. And then the project will be done. So I'm sure we're beyond our time at this point. So see you next time.